You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about former NBA number 1 overall pick in the 1995 draft, Joe Smith, here in this video. I actually forgot that he was the number 1 overall pick. I mean, it's been, 28 years since he was actually drafted in the NBA. And of course, you guys know he is in the news right now for all the wrong reasons. Joe Smith decided to wife up an ex-adult film star. That was probably a big mistake because think of this, guys. If you want to get with someone that actually was into that life, do you think they're truly ever really going to leave that life? I mean, what else can they really do? Seriously, what do you guys think she can actually do outside of adult material? I believe she would just revert back to actually doing what she did before, especially, considering the financial situation of Joe Smith. Joe Smith, I believe, made something like $60 or $70 million during his NBA career, and he blew it. He blew it. Then he wanted to wife up a porn star. He knew exactly what he was getting into. And then the other day, he actually goes viral because he's exploding on his wife for actually making an Onlyfans account. Well, his wife now gave us some details about Joe Smith, their relationship, how long she's actually had the OnlyFans account. And he was just finding out. And apparently she actually kept it from him. But the thing is, man, she actually seemed like she was actually the breadwinner here, because in this clip we're going to watch, she's telling TMZ that Joe is broke and that he was actually working for her. Man. And by the way, he moved out. He's not even in the house anymore. Check this out over here on X from the Daily Loud. Joe Smith's wife reveals that the ex-NBA player left home due to her starting an OnlyFans. So let's go ahead and watch this clip here, and we'll kind of break it down. Let's play it.
Yes, the first question is, where's Joe?
How are you guys doing?
Where's Joe?
He's pretty pissed off with me. So he's been, I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So, yeah.
Keisha, how long ago, obviously we saw in the video that Joe's saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long is the account, have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife.
Wow. So she just threw him under the bus. She's had this OnlyFans for over a year, and he's just finding out. And then she said, this is what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife. Man, she didn't even tell him that she actually had this. Now, I was kind of thinking, you know what? Maybe this was kind of a stunt to actually get some attraction to her OnlyFans, and maybe people have actually signed up now. I don't know. But she's saying that Joe is gone. He's gone. He's out of the house. And he didn't know about this. I'm still not too sure about that, but let's go ahead and listen to some more.
Period. And, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, she wants to really put a bigger, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And it blew it from that. I mean, it's no secret Joe's financial issues,
Mm-hmm.
and I have always made a good life for myself, before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe, and I had established myself as a singer, and I came back here, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off, other things. But, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same. And depression is a serious thing also. So, I've been just like, supporting and dealing and going through his trials and tribulations with him. I've started several businesses, I've been doing a lot, and I just figured out, I have a home in Cape Verde I'm trying not to lose, and a roof over here we're trying to maintain that we almost got kicked out of. So I just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do.
Yeah. So she's saying that they almost lost that home because Joe could not pay the bills, so she went and did her own thing.
And he won't do it. So I had to. And I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video star when you met me. So if I would do anything for my own survival, then what makes you think that would change now? When I retired from the adult industry, I promised myself, if I don't sing, I don't eat. So when, my music career wasn't popping here when I left Germany and I stayed here for him, I figured, I would, start a business. I started a puppy friend social club business, a dog sitting business. And then COVID happened and that screwed everything up. I have a moving company, that he actually works for me. He works for my moving company,
He works for her. Wow.
I'm tired of being the one to figure shit out. So I figured it out the best way I know that can maximize the money that needs to come in, because I'm tired of living I'm tired of living minimal, it's not fair. And I don't understand how you could have had such a maximized life and be so content. This is
Wow. So she's definitely upset about the money not being there. She's not content with a minimum life. I don't know what she actually means by minimum life, but she's definitely throwing Joe Smith under the bus here.
ridiculous. But we've been together for almost 13 years, though. We've been together since 2012, after his retirement. And it really wasn't a retirement that he wanted. It was a forced retirement because he just got locked out after the lockout in the 2011 lockout. You guys remember, right. He just never got a new job. Nobody wanted him anymore. So, there was a depression, and I've been going, dealing with all of this stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm not sorry for what I'm doing. I'm just sorry that he can't understand that that wasn't a selfish decision. It was a decision that I made. I made an executive decision when my man wasn't taking the lead. I really love Joe. I love him. If he never speaks to me again, I still will do things to help him or whatever I can, because he's my family. He's like an intricate part of my life, and I just want the best for us. And I wish he wanted that also. That's really where I'm at. I wish that he wanted the best for us, because he's not really wanting the best for himself. So I can't expect him to do for me what he can't do for himself, I guess. And that's why I just did what I had to do.
Have you drawn that line in the sand that you will continue doing OnlyFans?
Unless something else happens that, changes that, no, I'm going to continue my OnlyFans. I think as a couple and just him individually, he needs counseling to help find out how to re-find himself and find his new place in the world. It's really hard once you've had a major career. You were the #1 draft pick, and then everything ends. How do you deal with that? I don't want to be alone, but if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be. But I don't think we'll have a divorce. I don't think so. I think he'll come around.
Yeah, so I see that right there. Man, she definitely threw him under the bus. Now, would Joe Smith actually come back? It's possible. They've been together for 13 years, and apparently he's actually working for her. Man, this is pretty embarrassing, man. She threw all that business out there like that. She ain't leaving OnlyFans. I'm willing to bet, since this story actually has come out, she's gotten a whole bunch more people to actually subscribe to her OnlyFans. I don't know how much money she's making. Don't really care. But Joe Smith apparently doesn't want her on there. Said it's embarrassing. Yeah, it is embarrassing, but something's telling me, man, they probably plotted this like this. They probably did. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.